Hello Biscuits, it's Cupcake Kamisama back here and welcome to another video. Today what I have is a very blue haul from various Chinese brands on Taobao. I'm blue, da ba dee da da da. This haul consists of pieces that I've had for quite a while on either my wish list or my need list or my replace list. If you don't know what I'm on about, I'll leave a link to that in the description below. It's on my blog. And considering how my wardrobe is very much red, blue or white, it's surprising that I haven't had pieces like this in my collection. Some of these were to do with me being picky, and some of these were simply because I haven't looked quite hard enough. But that is no longer the case. Hopefully all of these will be very good. Other than one item, all of these are from brands that I haven't tried before, only heard good things about from other Lolitas and from reading various other reviews. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I'm hoping that they'll be just as promised. Honestly, if Superbuy wasn't already my favourite shopping service, I think it probably would have become one, simply judging by the fact that they're not using an entire roll of tape. Although it could just be because the things that are in here aren't particularly fragile. Ooh. Oh, okay. So as the sticker on this reveals, this item is from Red Maria. I never realised that Superbuy had their own branded bags. But yeah, this is from Red Maria, and this is the item that I already know what to expect, because ooh, now I see what happened here. Because this is a pair of tights that I already own in another colour. I own these in pink and white. They're super comfortable, very stretchy. Even though they do lose a bit of colour saturation when I wear them, on the pink ones it's not as noticeable. Now, what happened with these? As you can tell, they're quite a bright blue with pink on it. They had, instead of doing separate square images with a colourway described, there were these, and there were these very pale blue done in some sort of square grid layout, and it wasn't clear which ones were which, as in which colour description corresponded to which tights. So I kind of took a stab in the dark, and even though these weren't what I had in mind, I thought, heck it, I've been waiting for things to arrive for a while now. I'd rather ship the order so that I can get it as soon as possible, and given that these do lose a little bit of colour saturation, it might not actually be that bad that they are the brighter blue, because then once I wear them and they're stretched out, hopefully they'll look a bit better. So yeah, very pleased with that. Let's get rid of this. Now it seems like everything else they've put in one bag. Certainly seems like it. Well, I guess I'll have to get into all of it. Right, so this appears to be my Yilia blouse. Yes, it is. So, oh, come on. As you can see, this one is navy, and it's quite simple, just standing collar, long sleeve blouse. Cuff buttons are undone. There is a detachable bow for it. Now, I've been hearing lots of good stuff about Yilia Lolita's blouses for a while now. The problem that I've had with them is that whilst there's tons of absolutely gorgeous blouse designs, majority of them are available in either black, white or ivory. And as someone who already has a lot of blouses that are white or ivory, I'm trying not to give in to that temptation. At the moment what I need is coloured blouses, and that's what I've been trying to focus on. So it came as a bit of a surprise when I realised that actually there are some coloured blouses on Yilia's site on Taobao. There's not a lot. I believe this one is one of them, and I think it also came in wine red. But it's worth checking each individual blouse just to make sure. It's full polyester, but it feels quite nice to the touch. I genuinely can't remember how much these things cost. I just remember that Yilia Lolita's blouses generally are on the cheap side. Well, as far as cost goes, because the quality, so far I'm impressed. This lace here, it's the same lace on the cuffs, down the buttons and at the neck, is really soft. It feels like cotton, not cotton blend. And drapes quite nicely. So let's have a feel. Based on the measurement charts, I should fit, and it seems like I will. But it all rests on how much gaping I'll get down the front. This is size XL. So hopefully it will fit. I am quite excited for it, and if it turns out that this blouse is fitting as well as I'd like it to, then based on the quality I might actually replace some of my other blouses with this. Okay, so then this Ziploc bag says chest story, which is where I've ordered the other blouse from. But before I get into that, I'll fish out this little piece, which has been wrapped inside for additional protection, as well as being in tons of bubble wrap. The shop even included a note saying, "Sweet shopping, thank you for my dear." Not thank you my dear, thank you for my dear. Bless them. And even says at the back, God bless, right there at the bottom. I can't read any of the rest of it. I assume it's a little thank you note throughout. Honestly, for the life of me, I can't remember what that shop was called. I remember it was like a lady's name. Treasure chest or something like this. I'll put it on the screen. And they make jewellery, and by make I mean genuinely make. From what I've gathered, they are an independent creator, and I've ordered a necklace from them. Not sure whether this bag is burst or whether that's just how it was opened. Now, this isn't quite what I had hoped for, but not in terms of quality. The quality so far, once I can untangle this, appears to be really, really good. This is a very well made necklace slash choker thing. It looks like this. and you could choose whether you wanted white or black pearls, as well as what colour you wanted this gem inside be. So it should sit roughly like this. Now, the problem that I have with this is I wanted this to be navy. I've been on the lookout for navy based classic necklace, something like this, and I've just not been able to find anything. However, it seems like what they marked as blue, as far as I remember, I think the choices were only like blue or red. What they mark as blue is lighter and kind of falling into that turquoise colour. So not quite what I've been hoping for. I'll have to have a look whether there's anything that I could pair this with. Off the top of my head, it doesn't seem like it. Which is such a shame, because it is a stunning, very well made piece. Such a shame about that colour. We'll see. I mean, I guess it kind of... No, I was going to say that it kind of matches the tights, but it doesn't. And then the last bit is from Chest Story. And it's also a blouse, detachable bow. This one, however, is princess sleeve, and it's more square round neck. Again, it's fully polyester and polyester chiffon, but it feels really soft. I don't know why I'm so surprised. I know people own Chest Story blouses. I've seen various people be very impressed with them, and yet somehow I think it must be their stock photos. Their stock photos do not do this justice, but then also you can't really show how soft the fabric is on stock photos. Lose a bit of thread. What doesn't help is that the bodice of this blouse is solid coloured, whereas the sleeve and the trims are not only sheer-ish, they're also dotted with glittery threads. Yeah, that's definitely threads. Glittery threads. So in the harsh lighting of product photography, it could translate as being more plasticky than it actually is. Now this feels very, very soft. That's the tag with some spare buttons. There are some cleaning instructions, included in English, care tag. I am very impressed. I'm probably more impressed because I was worried that this was going to turn out to be cheap in the sense that you get what you paid for, but considering that this was an inexpensive item, I am very impressed with the quality. I'd say comparing Yilia's fabric and this, Chest Stories is softer and lighter. It probably, let's have a look, it might, I mean it's dark so it wouldn't be as sheer as a light one, but it is a little bit more sheer than this, which is more opaque. Just gonna have a look. This is more opaque and it's slightly stiffer, but I think it's a season thing rather than a fabric thing. I think this blouse was intended to be light and airy and for you to be able to wear it even in summer and hot weather, whereas this is certainly intended for cooler seasons, for cooler weather. I think also the fact that this is a princess sleeve with a round neckline was intended to be more flowy, whereas this, by virtue of being long sleeve and high neck, it already has that more structured cut, so they probably wanted a fabric that would be a bit more structured as well. I've only just noticed that the Yilia lace fabric has a bit of a stretch. I can't tell whether it's just how they've cut the fabric or whether there is a bit of elastic fabric blended into this. But Chest Stories doesn't have that, so I think, again, given that this is supposed to be more flowy, I don't mind. Given that this is supposed to be more structured and form-fitting, it's great to have that bit of movement. So I'm not going to try these on camera because, truth be told, I don't have the energy. I will try them at some point to make sure that they do fit, and when this video is up there will also be a full-on review on my blog where I'll mention how they fit and whether they're true to size, so make sure to look out for that. There'll also be links to each of the items that I got in this haul. So I guess on that note, there's nothing left to do but to say thank you very much for sticking through it. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found this at least somewhat informative. Like I said, there will be more information in the blog post. As always, I encourage you to like this video, comment on it, subscribe to the channel. I aim to do at least one video a month, and majority of those videos these days tend to be the Around Your Wardrobe in 30 Coordinates challenge, the next one of which will be shortly after this one, so stay tuned for that. And if you want to encourage me to stick with that one video a month schedule, or maybe try and push me to do more, I highly suggest that you consider buying me a cup of coffee. A link to my coffee page is in the description box below. And as always, I encourage you all to check out my blog, particularly now given that there'll be extra details about things from this haul, which is Cupcakes and Unicorns, where you'll find more Lolita content. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye!